JoJo's bizarre adventure is full of wild fights and over-the-top moments, but sometimes the way characters die just isn't fair. Some get taken out when they least expect it, while others never even get a chance to fight back. These deaths hit hard, not just because they were brutal, but because they felt so wrong. So without any further ado, these are the 10 most unfair JoJo deaths of all time. Jonathan Joestar was the first ever JoJo, and his death set the tone for the entire series. Even though Dio betrayed him over and over again, Jonathan showed kindness and courage. He was a true gentleman who died holding Dio's severed head, protecting his wife and his unborn child from the maniacal villain. Jonathan's death was both tragic and noble, making him a true hero who deserves a spot on this list.
Dio. こいつ死んでいる。何？
Caesar's death is one of the most iconic ones in JoJo history. He faced one of the main villains alone, determined to get the antidote for Joseph and Lisa. Even though he lost, he used his last breath to ensure his friends could continue the fight. The image of his blood-stained bandana and the ripple bubble carrying the antidote haunts us till date.
JoJo! 俺の最後の波紋が受け取ってくれ！シーザー！ Iggy!
Avdol was the heart of the Stardust Crusaders, and that's exactly why his death came as a shock when he sacrificed himself to save his friend. He took a direct hit from an enemy stand, leaving the group to carry on without him.
嘘だ。アブドゥルを 殺したなどと。
Iggy started as a mischievous dog who didn't care much about the others, but in the end, he gave his life for them. This dog fought bravely against an overpowered villain and saved Polnareff at the cost of his own life.
Iggy. スタンドを使うなとあれほど言ったのに。ザ・ワールド！
Kakyoin's death was both tragic and heroic. He figured out Dio's stand ability and used his last moments to reveal it to his friends. Even though he died, his sacrifice was crucial in defeating the time-stopping immortal vampire.
Joestar-san, 受け取ってください。伝わってください。kakyoin!
何の音か調べに行くことにしたのよ。すると首を切られた愛犬アーノルドがベッドの下から声がしたわ。両親もすでに殺したぞ。そしてその女の子も殺されたの。そう、その女の子ってのは私なのよ。
Remi's death happened long before the events of the story, but her impact is undeniable. Even after death, her spirit guided the MC and played a key role in stopping the lunatic villain. When Kira Yoshikage was finally defeated, she was able to move on to the afterlife. Watching her say goodbye to her dog and her friends was a bittersweet moment.
やっといけるわね、私たち。
行かなくて。ジョウスケさんのところに。
Shigechi might have been a bit too greedy, but his death was devastating. This little man found the villain's secret and fought bravely to let his friends know, but he was no match for his enemy's overwhelming powers. His last moment, as he desperately tries to warn his friends about the villain, was truly heartbreaking.
キラークイーンはすでにドアノブに触っている。 勝っていた。俺は勝っていたのに、奴らにメスを投げたのか、ボス。
Risotto Nero was a master strategist who was one step short of defeating the main villain of Part 5, all by himself. Just when victory seemed near, the antagonist's stand appeared and turned the tide in a matter of seconds. Risotto's death was tragic because he was so close to achieving his goal.
どうしようもない。勝った。頭を切り飛ばす。とどめだ、食らえ。メタリカ。
ありがとう。
Abacchio's death was one of the most shocking moments in Part 5 Golden Wind series. When he was ambushed by an enemy stand user, he sacrificed himself to retrieve a vital clue. His death was devastating, and seeing the team mourn their friend made it even harder to watch.
Narancia!
Abacchio. Narancia.
Narancia was full of life and energy, which made his death all the more shocking. Just when it seemed like the team was winning against the antagonist, Narancia was killed in an instant. Seeing his body hanging lifelessly was a painful reminder of how dangerous their mission was.
Boss, 俺が何をするのかは予測できなかったな。
Bruno was a true leader who had unwavering dedication to his friends. Even though his body was already dying, he kept fighting to protect his team and achieve their goals. When his soul finally passed on, it felt like losing a caring big brother.
あとはジョルノ、任せたぞ。みんなによろしくと言っておいてくれ。
ジョリン、ホワイトスネークの正体が分かった。プッチ神父だよ、ジョリン。
Even though Foo Fighters was not a human, they showed more humanity than most. The way they gave up their life to save Emporio proved their loyalty and love for their friends.
最後にさよならが言えてよかった。ジョリン、これでいいのよ。
呪われているくせに、お前は私が生かしておいてやったのだ。エンリコ・プッチ。
Weather Report's death was one of the most emotional moments in Stone Ocean. After regaining his memories, he fought courageously against the antagonist to protect his friends. However, he passed away after a heroic battle showing how much he cared for his allies.
あなたとそよ風の中で話がしたい。
丈太郎さん、止めるタイミングはあいつがまず最初に俺の体に攻撃を叩き込むのと同時だ。
Anasui was a loyal and fearless ally who would do anything for Jolene. In the final battle, he sacrificed himself to protect her and the others from the villain's overwhelming power. His love for the MC and his bravery in the face of death made his final moments unforgettable.
今だ。見て遅れたようだな。ゼッペリさん。ゼッペリさん、こんなことって。
The Zeppeli family is no stranger to sacrifice, and Anthonio was the first one to prove it. He gave Jonathan the power of the ripple by transferring his life energy, knowing full well it would cost him his own life. His death was the start of a legacy of selflessness.
愛してその人を得ることは最上である。愛してその人を失うことはその次に良いと。
And guys, did you know that some stands in JoJo are so overpowered that they surpass reality itself? If you want to know the strongest stands in all of JoJo, check out this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.